Have you ever questioned your own worth? Feeling undervalued or unseen in the world? What if your true potential, your inherent brilliance, is like a hidden gem? Its value unrecognized simply because it's in the wrong setting? We often seek external validation, allowing others or circumstances to dictate our worth. But what if the greatest value in your life isn't a fixed price, but a profound truth that can change based on where you stand and, more importantly, what you believe about yourself? Today, we journey into a timeless Zen Buddhist parable that unveils a revolutionary insight into self-worth, potential, and the power of discerning your true place in the world. We'll witness a young monk's quest to understand his life's greatest value. Guided by his master through a series of unexpected tests involving a simple stone. This isn't just a story about ancient wisdom, it's a direct, transformative guide for anyone grappling with self-doubt, seeking genuine purpose, and yearning to discover the boundless potential that resides within. Prepare to unlock the secret to recognizing your own pricelessness and finding the perfect canvas for your unique brilliance to shine. Chapter 1. The Young Monk's Question: What defines my war? Once upon a time, nestled in a serene monastery, a young Buddhist monk, earnest in his spiritual aspirations, found himself pondering a fundamental question that often plagues the human heart. He approached his revered Zen master and humbly asked, "Master, what is the greatest value in my life? How can I understand my true worth?" The Zen master, a figure of profound wisdom and serene patience, did not offer an immediate philosophical discourse. Instead, he presented a practical, experiential task, a skillful means, upaya, designed to guide the monk towards his own insight. "My child," the master replied, his voice calm and clear, "go to the back garden, pick up a large, ordinary stone, and take it to the market to sell. If someone asks for the price, do not speak, just show 2 fingers. If they bargain with you, do not sell it, bring it back, and then I will tell you the greatest value in your life." The young monk, though puzzled by the unusual request, trusted his master implicitly. The next morning, he took the large stone, which seemed rather unremarkable, and went to the bustling market, placing it discreetly on a small cloth. Soon, a housewife, busy with her daily errands, came by and, noticing the monk with the stone, asked, "How much is the stone, young monk?" The monk, remembering his master's instructions, silently showed 2 fingers. The housewife looked at the stone, then at the monk. $2, she offered, assuming it was a simple weight. The monk shook his head. The housewife, considering its size and potential use, raised her offer. $20? All right, I'll take it. I can use it to press pickled vegetables. The young monk was astonished. Someone is willing to pay $20 for a seemingly worthless stone? He thought, his mind grappling with this unexpected valuation. There are so many similar stones in our mountain, easily found. He could not believe that such a common object could fetch such a price. Following his master's instruction, the young monk didn't sell the stone, and happily, even gleefully, went back to the master. "Master," he exclaimed, his face bright with surprise, "a housewife was willing to pay $20 for my stone. Can you tell me the greatest value in my life now?" Buddhist insight. This opening establishes the monk's core question about self-worth. A common form of dukkha, suffering, rooted in avidya, ignorance, of one's true nature. The master's instruction is a classic upaya, skillful means, designed to teach experientially. The varying valuations of the stone symbolize the subjective and relative nature of value. How worth is perceived based on the observer's limited perspective and needs. The housewife's offer, $20 for pressing vegetables, is a very low, utilitarian valuation, reflecting her understanding. The monk's astonishment, worthless stone, highlights his own initial misunderstanding of the stone's potential and, by extension, his own. The instruction, "Don't sell," is crucial, signifying that true value is not meant for common commerce. Chapter 2. The Escalating Value, the Museum and the Antique Shop. Visual. The monk takes the stone to a museum. A crowd gathers, curious. A person offers $2 for a statue. The monk is astonished. He then goes to an antique shop. People are intrigued. An offer of $20, then $200. The monk's excitement grows with each escalating offer. The Zen master smiled, seeing the budding understanding in his student's eyes. "That's good, my child," he said. "Now, take the stone to the museum tomorrow. This is a place where objects are valued for their rarity, their beauty, and their historical significance. If someone asks the price, show 2 fingers again. If they bargain, don't sell it, bring it back, and we'll talk further." The next morning, the young monk, now even more intrigued, took the stone to the museum. He placed it carefully on a display. Soon, a crowd gathered, wondering about the stone's unique appearance and its presence in a museum. A curator, with an expert eye, approached and, recognizing a peculiar quality, offered $2,000 for the stone, suggesting they would use it to carve a unique statue, highlighting its artistic potential. The young monk was utterly astonished. $2,000 for this stone? He could barely believe it, but he dutifully followed his master's instruction to bring the stone back. "Master," he exclaimed upon his return, his voice filled with newfound excitement, "someone offered $2,000 for the stone today. Can you tell me the greatest value in my life now?" The Zen master laughed, his eyes twinkling with profound wisdom. "Take the stone to an antique shop tomorrow," he said, pushing the lesson even further. This is a place where objects are valued not just for beauty, but for their history, their age, their unique story, their provenance. And if someone bargains, remember not to sell it. Bring it back, and I'll tell you your life's greatest value. The next day, at the antique shop, the stone again drew curious attention. People with discerning eyes examined it closely. One seasoned antique dealer, captivated by its unique qualities, offered $20,000 for it, recognizing its rare geological or historical significance. The monk was utterly shocked, his mind reeling from the escalating values. Yet, the dealer, seeing his hesitation, immediately increased the offer to a staggering $200,000. The young monk's heart pounded with excitement about their potential fortune, a vast sum for what he initially deemed a worthless stone. Still, he remembered his master's instruction and, with immense self-control, took the stone back to the master, his mind buzzing with anticipation. "Master," he exclaimed, hardly containing his excitement, "today, someone offered $200,000 for our stone. Can you tell me the greatest value in my life now?" He was convinced the answer was now imminent. Buddhist insight. This chapter further develops the concept of relative value and the subjectivity of perception. Each new setting, museum, antique shop, represents a different context of valuation, where the stone's perceived worth increases exponentially as it's seen by those with greater knowledge, prajna, and a more refined capacity, upaya, to recognize its subtle qualities. The monk's escalating astonishment highlights his own process of learning and the shattering of his initial avidya, ignorance, about the stones, and his own potential. His adherence to the instruction, "Don't sell," is crucial, reinforcing that true value is not for sale and is inherent, not transactional. This sets the stage for the profound final revelation about intrinsic worth. Chapter 3. The Priceless Gem Within, Recognizing Your True Worth. Visual. The Zen master lovingly holds the stone. He speaks with profound wisdom, gesturing as if placing the stone, or light, inside the monk's heart. Show abstract visuals of a human figure, first covered in mud, doubt, fear, then cracking to reveal an inner gold. Show a person making conscious choices about their environment and beliefs, radiating confidence and purpose. The Zen master, his eyes filled with immense compassion and boundless wisdom, took the stone from the excited monk. He looked at it for a moment, then looked lovingly at his disciple, a deep knowing in his gaze. "My child," the master said, his voice resonating with a profound truth, "your life's value is precisely like this stone. If you place yourself in a simple vegetable market, where value is measured by basic utility, you're perceived as worth $20, a mere item for pressing pickled vegetables. If you place yourself in a museum, where objects are valued for their aesthetic or historical appeal, you're seen as worth $2,000, a potential piece of art. And if you place yourself in an antique shop, where rarity, history, and profound uniqueness are recognized, you're worth $200,000. The master continued, drawing the final, liberating conclusion: different platforms, different positions, different contexts, and different perceivers will bring different values to your life. The world, in its varying levels of awareness, will value you according to its own understanding, its own capacity to see. But the true, unshakable value, my child, is inherent in the stone itself. It is priceless, beyond any monetary measure, regardless of where it is placed or how it is perceived. Life is indeed full of boundless possibilities, and we all have the inherent power to shape our own journey, to determine our own trajectory. Like the young monk and his seemingly ordinary stone, we must remember that our inherent worth is not fixed, not set in stone by external opinions or initial circumstances. Instead, our true value is dynamic. It can change depending on where we choose to stand, whom we choose to surround ourselves with, and, most importantly, the conscious choices we make about how we perceive ourselves. Sometimes, we find ourselves stuck in places, jobs, relationships, social circles, or even mental frameworks that don't truly recognize or value our immense potential. It's crucial, at such times, to step back, to gain perspective, and to courageously ask ourselves if we are truly in the right place, surrounded by the right people, those who can truly see and appreciate our brilliance. Are we allowing ourselves to shine, to fully express our inherent capabilities? Or are we inadvertently hidden in the shadows of self-doubt, fear, or limiting external expectations? We each hold a unique gift, a particular talent, or a burning passion that profoundly deserves to be nurtured, developed, and generously shared with the world. But to truly find our worth, to fully embody our inherent value, we must first and foremost believe in ourselves. We cannot genuinely expect others to see our value, to recognize our brilliance, if we ourselves don't first acknowledge and embrace it in our own hearts. Our inner conviction is the true magnet. So, take a moment, a profound moment, to reflect on your life. Where are you now, in this vast tapestry of existence? And where do you genuinely want to be? What heights do you aspire to reach? Are you actively taking steps towards your dreams, boldly pursuing your true calling? Or are you holding back, paralyzed by fear or consumed by uncertainty? Remember, it's never too late to make a change, to pivot, to release what no longer serves you, and to courageously pursue your true calling. For when you truly believe in your own worth, when you follow the discerning wisdom of your heart, the world miraculously becomes a boundless canvas for your grandest dreams. Your life is an infinitely precious gift, and your worth is not determined by others, by their fleeting opinions, or by external metrics, but by your own conscious actions and the choices you make every single day. Choose wisely, believe deeply in yourself, and your life will become a masterpiece of unparalleled beauty and profound fulfillment. Buddhist insight. This is the core teaching of the parable, directly addressing the monk's initial question and revealing the priceless, inherent nature of human life and potential. The master's explanation highlights that value is subjective and relative based on the observer's prajna, wisdom, and avidya, ignorance. The monk's journey becomes a metaphor for realizing one's intrinsic worth. The key teaching is that self-worth is intrinsic and self-determined, not dependent on external validation or material measures. Your life's value is like this stone, emphasizes the inherent Buddha nature or preciousness within every being. The potential for enlightenment. Different platforms and positions bring different values, illustrates right view, samadhi, in recognizing the limitations of others' perceptions and not internalizing them. It guides one to find their right livelihood, or right place, where their talents are best utilized. You must first believe in ourselves, promote saddha, faith in oneself, and right effort, samma vayama, in cultivating self-esteem and inner strength. The parable implicitly teaches the importance of not clinging to external opinions, aligning with non-attachment, upekkha, and understanding that true richness is an internal state of contentment, santuti, independent of material accumulation or external validation. Conclusion. The unshakable value, sculpting your destiny from within. The timeless parable of the priceless stone is far more than a simple folk tale. It's a profound, living testament to the immeasurable, inherent worth of every single human life. It challenges our societal obsession with external validation and material metrics, urging us to look beyond the glittering illusions of the world and to cultivate the true, unshakable riches of self-awareness and inner wisdom. Key learnings for your personal Buddha story. Your value is inherent and priceless. You are fundamentally good, wise, and pure. This intrinsic worth is not something you acquire, it is your true nature. Merely obscured by conditioning, never destroyed. Like the shining stone, your true value is absolute, unquantifiable. Application: regularly practice self-compassion and mindfulness of your inner critic. Affirm your inherent worth daily, independent of external circumstances or perceived flaws. Recognize that your existence itself is a miracle and a profound gift. Perception shapes your reality. How others value you is a reflection of their knowledge and capacity, not your ultimate worth. More importantly, how you value yourself fundamentally shapes your experience of the world, influencing opportunities and relationships. Application: be mindful of external judgments and praise, neither should define you. Cultivate equanimity, upekkha, towards external opinions. Your internal self-worth is the most crucial determinant of your happiness and success, acting as a filter for all external input. Self-worth is self-determined. You are the ultimate arbiter of your own value. You have the power to set your own price by recognizing and asserting your intrinsic worth, rather than passively allowing others or circumstances to define you. Application: identify your unique strengths, talents, and contributions. Focus on your growth and purpose, not on external comparison. When self-doubt arises, gently remind yourself of your inherent value and previous achievements. Assert your boundaries and desires from a place of quiet confidence. True riches are internal, not external. The monk found true wealth not by selling the stone, seeking external gain, but by understanding its intrinsic value, which led to unforeseen abundance. True happiness and abundance stem from generosity, contentment, and self-acceptance, not mere material accumulation. Application: shift your focus from constantly acquiring more to appreciating what you have and cultivating inner qualities like gratitude, peace, and wisdom. These are the imperishable treasures that cannot be taken away. Karma and intentional action. The monk's willingness to obey the master, even when puzzled, and his journey itself, were acts of right effort, samma vayama, and right intention, samma sankappa, which ripened into positive karma, leading to his transformation and unforeseen rewards. Application: understand that every action, driven by intention, shapes your destiny. By acting from a place of self-worth, integrity, and genuine kindness, you constantly sow seeds for a more abundant and fulfilling future. The Buddha's profound wisdom, beautifully illuminated by this parable, invites us to embark on a transformative journey, from seeking external validation and wealth to discovering the boundless, unshakable richness of an open, self-aware, and inherently priceless heart. This is the essence of your authentic Buddha story. Thank you for watching, and may you always carry the profound peace and illuminating wisdom of these stories within your heart. Join our growing community by liking this video and subscribing to Buddha Story, where ancient wisdom beautifully meets modern mindfulness. What is one way you will consciously affirm your inherent pricelessness in your life this week? Share your reflections and experiences in the comments below. Until our next encounter, may your path be filled with profound peace, deep understanding, and the radiant light of your own awakening.